right, and welcome once again. All Takes Valid, episode 43. As always, I go by Trayy, joined once again with Spence, our SP21, and Vick. So, Vic, why don't you go ahead and give them a rundown of today's episode?
All right, so for today's episode, again, this is episode 43. This is being pre-recorded on March 5th, 2021. So today we have three topics. We will be talking about the selection, the NBA All-Star team, Kevin Durant and Team LeBron, which you see in the background for Spencer. Um, we're going to give our thoughts on that. The second topic, we will, as we've been talking about in previous episodes, we've been doing a analysis, our opinions on what we feel each team should do, starting from worst team to the best, which is obviously Tampa Bay Buccaneers. When I thought to hear that, but here we are, 2021, Tampa Bay Buccaneers Super Bowl champions. But again, back on topic, Bengals is the second topic for the evening. And then after that, we'll be talking about the Philadelphia Eagles that will be selecting 6 overall in this upcoming draft. So with that being said, All-Star draft selection, Team Durant and Team LeBron. Spence, since you got the image in the background, give us your thoughts. Whose team do you think is the better one? Who do you think will win? And what picks do you think, should have, what players do you think should have probably been in instead of whoever?
Okay. Well, let me just say this. Giannis, LeBron, Luka, Steph Curry, and LeBron. That's all you need right there. So I understand mostly how most of these picks will go. KD's of course is going to pick his net brethrens in this one. And of course, Giannis and James Harden cannot be in the same team. Of course not. That will never work. They still beefing, if anybody forgot. I mean, of course, it's gonna be LeBron because LeBron said it to himself, "I don't really care about this." So they're gonna just say, "Hey, here you go," because he say, "I really don't want to do this. I really don't care about this. No fans, nobody's gonna be there. So it's really no point." But he's gonna do it just for kicks of it. I'm gonna say Team LeBron, who should have been in. I mean, other than Dame, other than that, but other than that, teams just looks pretty much how I thought it was gonna be.
You said other than Dame?
Yeah.
What about Dame?
Like you asked me who should be in it or who should be on each side.
I mean, like, just who do you think, probably should have been in the All-Star team for whoever that like saying to make their team look better.
Oh. Not yet.
Because, I mean, all in all, it's just your thoughts on the team. Maybe I should just take out the question about, what player you think, because obviously this is players that each individual, Durant or LeBron, decided, hey, this is my team. At the end of the day, what team do you think is better?
Right, which is LeBron's.
Yeah.
On paper is LeBron's. Technically, on paper is LeBron. But if you want like numbers wise and everything, it's KD's.
Okay. Trey?
So looking at the two teams, obviously, I think the starting five with LeBron, Giannis, Steph, Luka, and then Jokic, like that's a crazy starting five. Like if that was like a real starting five, like on an actual team, and I don't know who would beat them, but
that's 2K crazy.
But does it surprise you guys that LeBron James has constructed a better team? He's literally done this his whole career. All he does is construct the teams the way he wants the team to look. So
See, see now, I beg to differ. I say KD's team is better. Like overall, like in terms of, I mean, you got to look at it. Obviously, I see the Greek Freak.
hmm
Uh, he can play defense, and obviously, he's back-to-back MVP. But you got Steph Curry, Luca. Um, they're questionable in terms of their defensive, ability to say.
okay.
I like KD's more so because he has both offensive threats, but he also has defense, which Bradley Beal, he's known for playing defense and, 3-point, but, he can score. So Kyrie, we obviously know he's like a two guard. He doesn't have much defense, so that kind of contradicts a little bit. But the rest of the lineup, Kawhi, defense, he can score. Joel Embiid, I would say he's a good matchup for the Greek Freak, but at the same time, I still think the Greek Freak will definitely give Joel Embiid some problems. Um, and then, yeah, obviously KD, so that's gonna make the five right there, just off of the top five players. So I mean, yeah, with the team LeBron, I feel like he has the bigger names
hmm
and the sexier, like especially in terms of the offensive game.
Yeah.
So it's like that looks really good. But to me, in my opinion, I think KD's team is well versed to combat what Team LeBron's team can oppose, like this. Again,
I,
offensively and defensively. Like I don't know if James Harden is in the starting lineup, just because I question his defensive ability. But then again, we all know with the All-Star games,
Yeah.
like
There's not a lot of defense.
it's not a lot of
yeah.
defense on that. But
So
yeah, but like I said, Vic, on paper, LeBron.
on paper,
But
yeah.
But
if
I
you
don't
want
I
to
don't
be
know though.
technical,
Looking at it more though, like if we get past the top five on each team, let's say if we're gonna make the next top five, I don't know. I think KD's side might be a little bit deeper, honestly,
yeah,
because you can make a second starting five with KD's team. With you got Devin Booker, you got Anthony Davis, you got James Harden.
Yeah.
You can pick between Randall, you got Donovan Mitchell. Like they got
oh,
JT,
and,
Jason Tatum. Like I don't know, it's
yeah,
deeper because
And
then
then,
yeah.
that young boy over in New York that was a former Laker, but he got traded away. Julius Randle, um,
yeah,
having for his first All-Star game, but All-Star appearance. But
right.
which
he's
I'm
he's
very
been
happy.
what was that?
Which I'm very happy that he is.
Yeah, because he definitely deserves it.
I mean,
I, I
definitely.
I was I wasn't happy that he obviously he's not a part of the Lakers anymore, but it is what it is. Happy for him that he's having success,
Y'all
and
ain't have time to wait for these kids to grow.
man, that's what I wanted.
He was
But
he was
LeBron
getting
had his own
injured.
agenda. That too, he had his injury history, but same time, I just felt like sometimes like these teams, just in sports, like NFL, obviously NBA, but NFL in particular, like they have these short tempers or not tempers. It's
Hughes.
like they have
Yeah,
Yeah,
these
they don't
short
have
leashes on these
patience.
players,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they want it now. Like I want my money and I want it now. Like come on,
Well,
like
here's
chill, like let it let it resonate. Like build your team. That's how teams like
well,
the Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens, uh, New England Patriots. They develop their players. They don't rush them into starting line. Even though NBA is a little different because they have a smaller roster and whatnot, but still, it's just taking the time to really let the players develop and
Oh, to
get a
to
rhythm.
to borrow
But yeah,
still
to borrow a quote from the Sixers,
well,
I guess we trust the process.
process.
exactly.
Um, to, well, I feel like most GMs now are just looking at the Warriors effect. Remember, I mean, Clay. I mean, other than Steph, who's been there for since the We Believe one. As soon as they got Clay and Draymond, all of a sudden they were just in finals like that. They're like, what?
But that didn't
All of a
happen
sudden, like,
overnight. That's what people don't get.
you're right. It took a lot. some time. It took a lot of pieces they had to get. They had to go through a lot of first round busts. Reggie Williams, some other players, and yeah. But I guess they just saw like, hey, they drive two people that same year. They're almost to the finals. We're like, oh man.
By the way, that was Mark Jackson's team. I don't care what nobody says. Mark Jackson.
Correct.
Team.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
But whatever.
Correct.
Still don't got a job. It's crazy to me. Whatever.
Yeah.
Insane. Insane. Insane.
That's definitely
100%
another
agree.
topic for another
Insane.
pod.
Insane.
And that's not to take nothing away from Steve Kerr. He's a great guy.
No.
Yeah.
But that one.
He just kind of came in and he was there when they got the success, so it looks great for him. But
Yeah.
everybody who was really watching knows that Mark Jackson is one who really constructed that Warriors team.
Right.
Now I will say, Jerry, I guess it's the general manager, or I don't know the term. Yeah. So he's done a great job on constructing the team, building the team. So it's definitely helped out with keeping the Warriors relevant post Mark Jackson's career as the Warriors head coach at that time, or previously.
Yeah.
So I like what they're doing over there. They're definitely building a young and talented roster, even for the future, to say. So obviously a lot of people know not to sleep on the Golden State Warriors. They're doing some good things over there. Young team, especially when Clay gets back. There's even been talk that
He's
it could be a
actually
potential.
in the discussion right now for MVP again, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, and if you look at the other people that are in the race, so to speak, he's the only person who doesn't have, like they say, a legit number 2 option. It's really just Steph over there right now, and that was always the biggest knock. It was like, oh, he had Clay, or he obviously when KD got there, KD was there, but now it's kind of just like if he can just take them boys to the playoffs, just him. Hey, I don't want to hear nothing else about my boy.
The only thing that people will still get on him is the playoffs.
Yeah.
He hasn't performed the best in the finals. I can say that because not Draymond. Iggy got the finals MVP the first time, and then KD got the other 2. But whatever. Yeah. I mean, he got them there for the most part, and I mean, his contribution nonetheless.
Listen, I'm happy for Iggy even getting it.
Yeah.
Yes. Steph's a bad man nonetheless, though. But overall, to get back on topic though, I think we both. Oh well. I think we pretty much all agree. Like I guess, like Vic said, the LeBron's team is like the bigger. I can't even say bigger names, but
it's the sexier.
It's the sexier
team, I guess.
Right.
Just
right.
The names, big names.
Great on paper.
But in terms of
again, nowadays with the AllStar games, they're not what they once were. So
yeah,
what are we really going to get out of this? But I guess if we're going to make a prediction on who wins, even though I said I thought LeBron's team was better, I'm going to say KD's team will win just because looking at it now, I feel like it's a little bit deeper to me.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And I mean, I wish things were like how they were back in the day.
Yeah.
With
AI crossing up boys and
yeah.
Man.
I feel like the last time I seen them in the AllStar game where they were like competitive, I felt like that was, I don't know, I think it was like 2011, 2010, maybe. And that was the last time that like the AllStar game I thought was really interesting. Just because I remember at that time it was the whole Kobe versus LeBron
Yeah.
thing, and we all know what happened in that All-Star game where Kobe put the clamps on him. And, you know, it was the whole Jordan came out talking about how he would defend LeBron, and Kobe, basically just did exactly that. And I mean, it was not like it was a secret, but just put it in display.
Right.
But that was the last time I believed that the All-Star game was competitive in terms of that. And obviously, they were doing the whole slam dunks and three-point shootouts, slam dunks at that time. I think it was after the White Howard thing. I forgot who was the new thing at that time. Maybe one of the Magic players.
Was that the year that Kyrie broke Brandon Knight's ankles? Was that one?
That could have
I'm
been.
not too sure. Could have been, but I'm not too sure. I can't say that for sure.
Because if that was it, then it would have been Glenn Robinson the third.
I'm not sure exactly. Can't
Yeah.
But if,
that
yeah.
All I know is
that one, then that one.
all I know is I heard the other day, or maybe it was this morning, but Skip Bayless had called out LeBron James to do a 3-point shootout. He dared him actually to say. So I doubt it's gonna happen, but
they've been telling him to do the dunk contest for
and,
he's gonna do it
for years.
Yeah, he teased us one year. I remember that. And I thought he was. I was actually interested to see what he would do, but obviously that never came to fruition. So it is what it is.
I would want to see him in it now. Younger LeBron, I would want to see it.
I feel like LeBron just is just a power dunker, not really a finesse dunker. So he'll get it through the basket. He don't know how to like. He'll probably know how to, but he just don't do it.
I mean, we'll never know because at the end of the day, like obviously it has to do with creativity. Me personally, I believe that LeBron he's creative, and I'm sure that he would be able to come up with some nice dunks. But I guess people are.
Well, you remember after Kobe died, he did the Kobe dunk, like
right. He did that.
Kobe, yeah.
Right.
Back in the Heat days, him and Wade on the fast breaks, they used to do both some crazy, dunks. And,
right.
What's crazy? You know what's crazy is we always talk about LeBron doing dunks, but how come nobody's ever asked or questioned why KD hasn't done anything? Because I could see him doing some dunks, but I don't know how creative he would be just because of his length, and I haven't really seen him do anything like in terms of like.
KD is mostly
acrobatic.
just like LeBron, just a straight like, hey, run to the basket, I got a point, and I'm back. It's not really a creative. I haven't seen any like creative like from them.
No,
like,
but they don't nobody they don't I guess scrutinize KD the way they do LeBron in general. I think the most hate KD gets is, people say his rings don't count because he joined
the trade, right?
Or whatever. That's the most he gets because he joined the team that beat him or whatever. Outside of that, though, he's never gotten like the criticism that LeBron gets.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It's just that when you look at dunkers, it's not really something like think of finesse. Like DeMar DeRozan, he's going to throw something up.
Yeah.
We saw the US game.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. 3-point contest though, I don't know about that, LeBron.
Yeah, don't take that bait. Don't take that bait.
Don't do it.
Also, from one All-Star to another All-Star, talking about Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, I was going to say Bengals.
Yeah.
That's how we go together.
You're right. Well, I mean, asking questions just because we had a short sample size of what Mr. Burrow could do, but he showed some promise in the AFC North, even though versus two of the top dogs, the Steelers and the Ravens, he didn't look too hot. But he's a rookie, and that team definitely needs, as y'all said in the previous episodes about other teams, if Jesus was in the lineup, maybe they might be able to stay close, but that's not the case right now. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about what the Cincinnati Bengals at the number fifth overall pick, and obviously free agency. It's pretty much live. It's popping right now. So um, there's moves being made, but we're gonna discuss on what the Cincinnati Bengals should do in order to be competitive